Rockers, welcome back to Great Guitarist of the Rock Era. Today we're diving deep into the wild and legendary career of one of metal's most iconic guitarists, Zakk Wylde. From shredding with Ozzy Osbourne to leading Black Label Society, Zakk has left an indelible mark on the world of heavy metal. So grab your guitars and get ready to rock as we take you on a journey through Zakk Wylde's epic career. Before we get started, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for more stories. Born Jeffrey Philip Wylant on January 14, 1967, in Bayonne, New Jersey, Zakk Wylde picked up the guitar at just 8 years old. But it wasn't until his late teens that he truly exploded onto the scene. Wylde played locally with his first band, Stonehenge, and later with the local New Jersey band, Guitarist. In 1987, a young Wylde auditioned for Ozzy Osbourne after hearing on the Howard Stern show that Osbourne was looking for a new lead guitarist. Wylde was hired to replace Jakey Lee. Zakk's first album with Ozzy, No Rest for the Wicked in 1988, featured the songs Miracle Man and Crazy Babies. His blistering solos and heavy riffs instantly made him a fan favorite, and that was just the beginning. In 1981, the album No More Tears was released and featured the songs No More Tears, Mama, I'm Coming Home, and my favorite, Mr. Tinker Train. Ozzy announced his retirement from touring after the No More Tours tour. The live album, Live and Loud, was released in 1993, recorded during the tour for the album. These albums catapulted Zakk into rock stardom, and his unique blend of bluesy shredding and heavy metal became the signature sound of Ozzy's band in the late 80s and early 90s. Branching out from being Ozzy's right-hand man, in 1994 he formed Pride and Glory, a southern rock-inspired band that showed off his versatility. In 1994, Pride and Glory released their self-titled debut album, featuring the song Losing Your Mind. Ozzy and Zakk would re-emerge with 1995's Osmosis album featuring the song Perry Mason. Wylde would pursue a solo career showcasing his softer side and virtuosity on the piano and acoustic guitar. 1996 saw the release of his album Book of Shadows. Black Label Society would be formed in 1998 and was a vehicle for Zakk to combine his love of heavy metal with soulful southern rock elements. And oh, did they deliver. The debut album, Sonic Brew, would be released in the US in 1999 and featured the track Bored to Tears. Stronger Than Death was released in 2000. 2001 saw the release of the live Alcohol-Fueled Brutality Live +5. Wylde would return to Ozzy's camp for the recording of 2001's Down to Earth. BLS would release 1919 Eternal in 2002, and Ozzy's Live at Budokan was released in 2002 as well. Black Label Society would release The Blessed Hell Ride in 2003 with the song Stillborn. Hangover Music Volume 6 was released in 2004. Mafia was released in 2005, and Shot to Hell in 2006. He would team again with Ozzy on the album Black Rain in 2007, leaving again after its recording. After a health scare in 2009, Wylde returned with BLS in the 2010 album Order of the Black with the song Parade of the Dead. 2013 saw the release of another live album, Unblackened. Catacombs of the Black Vatican was released in 2014 with the song My Dying Time. He formed Zakk Sabbath, a Black Sabbath cover band, in 2014. They would release a couple of live albums in 2016 and 2017. He would release his second solo album, Book of Shadows 2, in 2016. In 2017, Zakk rejoined Ozzy for what was announced as the Prince of Darkness's farewell tour, No More Tours 2, reminding everyone that the chemistry between these two legends was still electric. BLS would release Grimmest Hits in 2018. Despite the name, it is not a greatest hits album. It features the track Room of Nightmares. Zakk Wylde joined the Generation X tour, formed by Steve Vai. The group also included guitarist Nuno Bettencourt, Yngwie Malmsteen, and Tosin Abasi. Performances from a 2017 show in Beijing, China was released as a live album titled Veneration Axe, The Guitars That Destroyed the World, live in China. BLS released Nuns and Roaches, Hasty Little Bastards in 2019, and Doom Crew Incorporated in 2021. Black Label Society wasn't just a band, it was a brotherhood. With their unmistakable skull logo and a legion of die-hard fans known as the Berserkers, BLS became a force to be reckoned with in the metal world. Zack Sabbath released Vertigo in 2020 and Doomed Forever, Forever Doomed in 2024. Zakk played guitar on 4 tracks on Ozzy's 2022 album, Patient Number 9. Wylde also joined the reunited Pantera in 2022, filling in for his friend, deceased Dimebag Darrell. Wylde gravitated toward a particular Les Paul guitar, a bullseye-painted 1981 Gibson Les Paul Custom. Metaltronics was building a one-off live rig for Wylde that was designed around one of the owner's guitars, a creamy white Les Paul Custom with EMG pickups, which would later be known as the Grail. Wylde's signature bullseye design appears on many of his guitars and is widely recognized. At the 2015 NAMM show, Wylde announced his new company called Wylde Audio and provided a preview of his new line of custom guitars and amplifiers. Whether it's his wild pinched harmonics, his unmistakable guitar tone, or his unmistakable Viking beard, Zakk Wylde is a living legend in the world of rock and metal. His influence can be heard in countless guitarists who picked up the axe after seeing him shred. So there you have it, Zakk Wylde, a man who has lived, breathed, and bled rock and roll. Whether he's with Ozzy, Black Label Society, or shredding solo, Zakk's legacy is one that will echo in the halls of metal forever. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and let us know in the comments what's your favorite Zakk Wylde riff. Until next time, keep those horns high and the volume higher.